Obviously, that's a really big win for us. Ole Miss is one of the top teams in the country. To get a win here is real proud of our players. Our defense, we gave up some yards, but in the fourth quarter, they came up with 2 turnovers, had 3 stops, I believe, at the very end. Proud of our offense. They have a great defense. Our offense, we've made some plays in the passing game. At times, we were able to run the ball consistently against one of the better defenses in the country. So the negative probably is the penalties. Pretty uncharacteristic of us. We got to do better in the future. We'll correct that and we'll address that. But our guys overcome it. They found a way to win. Close game at the end.
Questions?
What about the way Nick came back after that interception in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was big. You were down there in the red zone. That was a big one. But he came back. You know, he doesn't get too high or too low. I mean, he's a champ. He's a great competitor. And he made plays in the passing game, deep down the field tonight. Really ran the read zone extremely well. They were doing some challenging things on the edge, bringing 2 guys off. And they were trapping the bubble, the field. They did some very good things on defense, and I thought he managed everything pretty well.
Gus, you had a couple of games go down to the wire, obviously, last season. Where does this one rank, where you have a play like that at the goal line, a fumble decide, with everything at stake in this, in the SEC and Nationals?
Yeah, it's a big play. You know, our guys find ways last year to win when it's close. Our guys truly believe that they're going to win the game if it's close. And they made plays. They made the plays down there to win the game defensively. Like I said, offensively made, talk about balance, run game, passing game, did a solid job.
You guys talking about third downs in the second half compared to the first half?
I thought that was a real big key. You know, at halftime we came in here and you do your normal adjustments, but most of our conversation was on third down. They're one of the better third down defenses in the country. They drop a lot of guys back. They're very good in their zones and their windows. Are very small, and we just felt like we try to go over the top and let some of our guys make plays, and we were able to do that a few times.
I know you don't know how a playoff would feel, but did it feel like a playoff?
It felt like a big game. I mean, it felt like a big game. Playing one of the better teams in the country, and I'm going to tell you right now, they're still one of the better teams. You know, and so people were talking about elimination game and all that. I mean, you know, the bottom line, number 3 was playing number 4, and you know, so they're still a very good team, and they got a great coach.
Gus, you may have already addressed the play Chris Ross made at the end of the game.
Yeah.
What does that say about him? He obviously didn't give up on that.
Yeah, our guys keep battling. You know, and he's a winner. You know, he started for us last year. He's played in big games. That was just a big time play. There's no doubt.
Were you already kind of looking ahead to the next drive after you got in the end zone?
You know, I knew it was a fumble, and I thought we got it. And so then the coaches upstairs said, you can get in. And so we were pretty confident that we were going to get the football.
Let's talk about Sammy coming back in those 2 huge plays.
Yeah, I think Sammy's close to 100% now. And he made some big-time plays down the field. And it's really good to get him back in the flow. I think that'll really help us moving forward.
Because in the first half, when there's just like it seems like there's a penalty almost every other play. How difficult is that to establish any kind of rhythm offensively?
Well, I think you're exactly right. I mean, we had penalties. We had a couple of negative plays. You know, I called the reverse as a bad call in that one. They brought pressure and kind of put us in a bind. But there's a lot of penalties. I mean, it's the most penalties we've had since I've been here at Auburn, and or at least penalty yards. And you know, it's hard to win against a top team when you have that many penalties. But it's a tribute to our players. They overcame it and won.
Gus, was the pace in the third and fourth quarter about the best?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the. I mean, you know, to run the football on that defense in the third quarter like we did, I was very impressed with our guys up front and our running backs and also our quarterback.
Gus, obviously you were trying to go outside a lot more, and like you said, they were kind of stopping it. Was there a decision there in the third quarter to just run up the gut with?
Yeah, you know, you get a feel for the game. I mean, they're very good, and you get a feel for the game. And if you ever have a little success, and you just keep trying to do that for the most part, and then they've got to have an answer to stop it. You got to think about something else. But our guys really got that zone going. They got good push at the point of attack. Cameron Payne bounced a couple on the perimeter, and you know, that really got us going.
Guys, have you noticed a difference in Cap, because he's nearly 1,000 yards now in the last 2 weeks visually to the outside? He appears to have a different burst right now.
Say it again.
Have you noticed a difference in him these past 2 games?
You know, he's just more confident. I mean, you know, he's kind of similar to Trey last year. You know, he's just getting to a point, and You know, he's established himself as one of the better running backs in our league, if not the country.
Coach, did you change your defensive game plan when you found out Tunsil wasn't going to play? It's pretty limited.
No, not really.
Hey Gus, it's almost simplistic to say you guys keep finding a way to win.
Yeah.
What is it? How does it keep happening?
Well, it's all about players. I mean, it's about players. They truly believe that it's close, they're going to find a way to win. And they've done it in the last 2 years in some of the most bizarre ways. But there's a lot of champions in that locker room, and it's a special group. And myself and our coaches, you know, we're blessed to be part of it and coaching these guys.
Let's talk about the offensive line play again for the second straight.
Yeah, offensive line. I think they're getting better. I think we're starting to gel a little bit. And they're starting to communicate, and we're finally somewhat healthy, and that really helps.
You were able to create some pass rush tonight. I know that was a big emphasis. How much do you look at that just on first glance as their offensive line had some injuries to deal with, or how much do you credit your?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we've gotten better. I mean, we felt like we needed to put some pressure on the quarterback to have a chance. I mean, their receivers they're very big and they're fast and strong, and that quarterback's one of the most veteran guys in our league. And, you know, we felt like we had to do some pass rush. We worked extremely hard on different things we did.
Gus, the other day you mentioned that Marcus Davis was probably going to come out at some point, and you ended up having another big play today.
That's a great point. We did talk about that. And, you know, Marcus is like a guy that he's like another coach on the field. I mean, he's just really savvy, and sure enough, you know, that was a great call by Rhett Lashley. You know, that was his check, and great call. And Marcus got it done with the quarterback.
That's twice, and I think that third quarter you had third and longs, and they just kind of let it rip. And Sammy and Duke both. Kind of just talk about.
Yeah, you know, we just felt like not a lot of people had taken a lot of deep shots on them. You know, we just were trying to get our guys in some one-on-one things and let our guys make some plays. And so, you know, we hit some vertical balls down the field, and when we hit vertical balls down the field, that's usually a good sign.
Knowing what you still have left on the schedule, how do you bring this team back down for winning?
We're going to enjoy this one. You know, I didn't even thought about it. You know, on the way home, I'll start thinking about it and all that stuff. I told our guys to enjoy this one, and tomorrow we'll get started on the next opponent, see what happens.